Hi everyone, it is me, Sammy. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I hope you're all having an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing. I've been asking you guys over on my Instagram and also on my YouTube community posts and in videos if there was anything you wanted to know. And there was quite a few questions, quite a few life updates that you guys wanted. So haven't done a life update in a little while, in over 6 months now. And because I've got quite a few new subscribers recently, I thought I would do a little life update, do a little Q&A and let you guys know what's been happening in my life. If you do enjoy the video, guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing down below if you haven't already. It'd mean lots to me. And yeah, without further ado, let's dive in and see what you wanted to know. Got my new iced coffee recipe that I'm trying out. It's nice. But it's a little bit too sweet. I think I did too much caramel syrup. But the cold foam from my milk frother is amazing. So yeah, I've got my iced coffee at the ready. It's going to be nice and chilled out, guys. Don't know how long this is going to take me to film because I tend to ramble quite a lot. But let's see what questions you guys gave me and see what you want to know. Let's start with Instagram, shall we? So I asked you on my Instagram stories, ask me anything. So first one, are you doing Vlogmas this year? As I love watching them. And yes, I will be doing Vlogmas of some kind. So just in case you don't know what Vlogmas is, it's where you sort of vlog your sort of daily life around the festivities and on the lead up to Christmas. Traditional Vlogmas is every single day from the 1st of December up until Christmas Day. Some people do Boxing Day as well, some people leave it at Christmas Eve, but I like to do Christmas Day as well because it's quite a basic Christmas Day that I do. I did it the year before last, so 2024 I did a full Vlogmas every single day. Last year I had to do sort of like basically weekly vlogs for Vlogmas, so I still was doing Vlogmas. It's like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then Christmas Eve and Christmas Day as a separate vlog. Just because of Ava being the age she is, she's really hard work. I find it hard to juggle the workload because Vlogmas is very full on. You have to vlog all day, create your content throughout the day, find loads of fun things to do as well. And my life's quite boring, but you've got to try and fill each day, and then the following morning or that night you have to then be editing, uploading that for it to go up the next day because you need to have daily uploads as well. So it's quite a lot of hard work, which is why last year was a lot easier for me to do weekly vlogs. So I definitely will be doing Vlogmas of some description. I'm not sure if it's going to have the same format as last year where I'll do weekly vlogs. So you'll get like 4 different Christmas Eve vlogs in December and then the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, or whether I will attempt daily vlogs, but they will be much shorter. And so you're looking at sort of like less than 10 minutes each maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I will let you know nearer the time. But let me know what you guys want to see, because obviously if there's enough people that want to see daily Vlogmases, I might have to try and attempt it this year and see how we get on. What bear is best? That's from my eldest brother on Instagram. Thanks, Steve. What bear is best? If you've seen the US Office, then you'll know this reference. Like, which bear is best? Black bear. False. I'm gonna go black bear, why not? Quite a few about dating. How are you? Question mark. Dating? Question mark. Coping with the hot summer? Question mark. Hot summer can go away. We're having heat waves in the UK at the moment, so if you're not in the UK, we are having sort of on and off heat waves at the moment where it's going sort of between 30 to 38 degrees Celsius. It's been a lot, and because a lot of the UK we don't have air conditioning units in our homes and stuff, so it's been a lot for us to deal with. Like, I'm using like, I've got a ceiling fan in my living room that's been constantly on. I've got fans and cooling towers in the bedrooms. I would say that it's been okay during the day. I don't mind having the heat during the day. Ava's got a little fan on her buggy and stuff when we're out. The worst part of it for me is sleeping. I cannot sleep in the heat. Give me Christmas any day when it's cold and I can wrap myself up in a duvet. I don't like not sleeping without a blanket. I have to like wrap my leg around something. So yeah, sleeping in the heat, I'm up constantly. Ava wakes me up a lot. She's up quite a lot throughout the night as well. Like, yeah, just sleeping in this heat has been horrible. But other than that, I'm coping all right, I think. Dating, and then there was another one that said, men, we need an update. So I'm assuming you guys want to know about my dating life. The thing is, like, I feel like where I am only dating, I don't have like a boyfriend at the minute, but I have been dating the same guy for a fair few months and it is going really, really well. But where we haven't labelled it sort of boyfriend, girlfriend just yet, it's getting there, but not quite. Where we haven't labelled it yet, I'm scared to sort of say any more about it, if you know what I mean. Where in like the last year, I feel like I have dated several people, and sometimes it doesn't go past the first date, and other times like the first date goes really well, but then after another couple you're like, oh no, I don't think you are my person. Like it's hard to then tell you guys about it and then I don't know if it's gonna fail or not. So it's like, I don't want to get... He's literally just messaged me now. That's so funny. Yeah. Wait, where is it? Sorry, I have to... Sorry, it's making me blush. Like, I don't know why. Like, yeah, I really like this one and I hope it works out. But yeah, it's progressing well and we're basically like the same person. So it's like, we will do the same stupid voices around each other. He brings out such a like goofy side of me, which I don't show all that often. Like, I'm only like that around like my closest people. So the fact that he's brought that side out of me, I really like, because I can just be my silly goofy self. This one's only a few years older than me and we're from the same area, and it's like we've grown up together. We actually went to the same primary school and the same secondary school. He did not know I existed. But he was always like the older guy that everyone had a crush on. Is one of those guys. Really annoyingly popular. Yeah, what age did you start primary school? 4. So like I've known of him since I was like 4 years old. And yeah, we went to the same primary school, went to the same secondary school. He was in my elder brother's year at school. We played football with my eldest brother. So it's like, known him for absolutely years, but he had no idea I existed. I was like the nerdy girl a couple of years below that was not popular at all at school. But yeah, it's just really interesting how it's panned out, but I can fully be my goofy self. And the whole point I was making there is like, we grew up watching the same TV programs, we grew up in the same area, we know the same people. It's like we have so much in common in that sense. We can quote the same TV shows, and like if someone looks like one of our old teachers or something like that, like we know what each of us is talking about, if you know what I mean. I don't know, I just like the situation. I think it's really cute. So that is my situation with dating. Men, we need an update. There is your update. But yeah, we're gonna see how it goes, but it's going very, very well so far. And yeah, it just makes me happy. I've literally just had some like doctor's results come through in the post. So let's jump into the how are you questions quickly. Because I know I've been sort of saying recently, I've had loads of hospital appointments and stuff for me and my daughter. We'll jump into Ava's a bit later on. But for me, I had been having some pains and things like that, and I went to my GP and they recommended that I get a smear and things like that, and it came back that I had abnormal cells in my cervix. So I was positive for HPV, and then I had abnormal cells as well following on from my smear. So then I went for a colposcopy, and then in the colposcopy they decided that I needed to have a biopsy because it was evident that there was an abnormality in my cervix. So I've just received my biopsy results now. And it says that I have no cancer of the cervix, which is a relief. But there is CIN grade 2 present. So that is cervical intraepithelial neoplasia. So the term CIN is given to describe various grades of precancerous cells. So it's not cancer yet, but obviously if it was left untreated and nothing was done, it would develop into cancer. So it says that they recommend treatment to remove the abnormal area of the cervix, and that's been booked in for, I'm filming this on the Monday and they've given me an appointment for Thursday. So by the time this video goes up, I would have had that treatment. Yeah, so it's not ideal. Please get your smears, guys. It has been really, really stressful because I didn't know what kind of grade it was. Getting that letter through now was a relief because I've been waiting about 3 weeks for the biopsy results. But it does mean that I'm going to need a small procedure with some local anesthetic. So sorry if that was too much information for you guys, but yeah, I'm only 31. To have this kind of thing happening already is a little bit worrying. It's a little bit scary. But if you haven't had a smear test done recently or you've been avoiding it, please get it done, guys, because you just do not know if it's going to be an abnormal result or not, and it's just so much better safe than sorry. So please, please, please be up to date with your smears, guys. Like, telling you from personal experience now that I'm actually going through this sort of abnormal result and everything like that, please get yourselves checked and stuff. And if you are having any pains, which is why I originally went to my GP anyway, because I was having pains and also irregular bleeding around my periods and stuff, so I was having sort of these symptoms, please get it checked. Please trust your gut, and if you think something's up, please just get it checked. So yeah, that's my advice for you guys, and that is what I've been going through with hospitals and stuff at the moment for myself. But hopefully after Thursday's procedure they'll remove that part of the cervix with the abnormal cells, and fingers crossed it'll all go smooth and everything will be sorted. After that, I think I just have to have smears and stuff to double check that it's all cleared up, and when I know more I will let you know. But other than the medical stuff, I'm all good, and yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good place at the moment. Would you consider having any more children, Sammy? No, I don't think I would. I wouldn't want any more of my own kids, but that's not to say, like, if someone I was dating had kids and stuff, I'd love stepkids, why not? Like, I would love to have like a blended family. I love kids. I have so many nieces and nephews at the moment that I spoil rotten and love spending time with. So yeah, I feel like I don't need any more of my own children. I don't need to birth any more children. I think we're all good. And obviously these questions are from Instagram. So it says, I'm new to your page and your channel. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? I'm Sammy. My name's Sammy. My middle name's Louise, which is why my channel is called Sammy Louise. I'm 31 years old. I'll be 32 in August. Star sign is Virgo, in case anyone's interested in that. I'm not really sure what star signs and stuff mean, to be honest, but I'm a Virgo. I have 3 children. I've got Tyler, who is 13 years old. I've got Liam, who is 10. And then I've got my daughter, Ava Louise, who is 2 years and 10 months old. I don't know how to describe myself, this is strange. I've been doing YouTube now for nearly 9 years. I took like a 3-year break a few years back, came back when I was pregnant with Ava, and yeah, I took a few years break just after COVID, and went and got a full-time 9-to-5 job working in telecoms, like as a build manager, building fiber networks in Slough. So yeah, that was like my full-time job in between. Other than that, I've done YouTube now for 9 years, sort of started in sort of like the beauty YouTuber world and then progressed into what it is today, which is like single mum budgeting content. I don't know, how would you describe my content? I've got a 2-1 in a law degree, which I got when the boys were very, very little. I actually did one of my main assignments for that law degree when Liam was 10 days old. So that was really exciting and really challenging, actually. Yeah, I've got my degree, I'm divorced. I was married to the boy's dad, Ron. I got married when I was 18. I was married for 7 years before me and Ron separated. That's the boy's dad, and I had my 2 sons with my ex-husband. After a year or so, I started dating Ava's father, and then when I was late pregnancy we separated, and he hasn't really been on the scene since. So I'm single mum of 3, but obviously the boy's dad sees them a little bit. And yeah, I love my family, love my friends, and yeah, I love my job. I love creating content, and I love my little community that I've built here on YouTube, and I'm super, super proud of it. If there was anything else you wanted to know in particular, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try and just answer them in the comments for you. And then that moves on nicely to the next question. It says, how's your parenting relationship with Ron? Do you ever have any issues or problems? Yeah, all the time. Like, we are forever arguing, like never anything serious, but it is just me and Ron bicker all the time. Like, I mean, to be fair, we do get on well as co-parents, but he winds me up so much sometimes. He's so unorganised, and he always has been, he always was, but as a co-parent now, it's even more annoying. So it's like, I have to be doubly on it with the boys' stuff, like school trips and just organising everything for the boys. I have to be doubly on it. He is always late, like his timekeeping is horrific. So sorry to take you out, Ronald. But yeah, co-parenting with him, there's never any big fallouts. I would say like we're quite good at communicating now compared to when we were married and how it would like massively blow up. We're better at communicating now because we don't care as much about each other, if you know what I mean. Like, it's solely about the kids. We try, like, it doesn't get to a point where the emotions boil over. It's just bickering, and it's just where we get irritated with each other because I'm nagging him, but it's because if I don't, then he forgets stuff, and then it's so inconvenient. And he's moved quite far away now, So he was like 5 minutes up the road. He's now moved a 30-minute drive away, 30 to 45 minutes in traffic, because he has to go on the motorways now to get here. Traveling to and from with the price of petrol and everything else like that, when he forgets something, it becomes a bigger thing than when he was just up 5 minutes up the road. So we are bickering a lot more now that he's moved, but it's only because he can be so forgetful. So yes, we bicker a lot, and there are issues that come up, but there's never any big explosions. It is normally just little bits and pieces that just irritate each other, I think. But other than that, on a whole, we try to work out things financially equally. And yeah, we work together quite well in that kind of sense, and like our scheduling and stuff, I'm quite flexible, and where he's moved away now, he does have sort of a choice of when he wants them, and it's normally sort of on the weekend days. He'll pick 1 or 2 nights a week that he wants to have them, and that's absolutely fine. We get on really well, we work things out, and we work the schedule out really amicably. We're both happy in that regard, but yeah, he just irritates me sometimes, but what are you gonna do? Then I've got a question saying, how's the love life? We've already gone through that. Very, very good. And again, how are you doing? Are you okay? Yes, I am. Aside from the medical stress, I'm doing well. That's all the Instagram questions. Let's move on to the YouTube ones now. Right, so the first one is, no personal details obviously, but do you have a good co-parenting relationship with the boys and Ava's dad? So obviously just explained about Ron's, that's all good. Ava's dad hasn't seen Ava in just over 10 months now, so just before her 2nd birthday. Yeah, haven't seen him or heard from him in 10 months, which I just think is mental. Like, he's done this before where he's gone missing for 3 to 6 months, and then just randomly turns up. This is the longest that I haven't spoken to him or seen him since I first met him years ago. So yeah, it's a bit wild to me. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, when we spent time with each other, you might have even seen it in her 2nd birthday vlog, like we took her to Hobbledown Heath, which is like a farm with like a massive sand pit, and like we had a lovely day with Ava together, even though she doesn't really know who he is, but we had a lovely day with Ava together. And then since then it's just gone, like absolutely gone. Didn't wish her happy Christmas, didn't wish me happy Mother's Day, so he did not get a happy Father's Day text. Why would he? Like, he's also changed his number, I think. I just don't know where he is, what he's doing, nothing. And like, it's not my business to know. If he doesn't want me to know, he doesn't want me to know. But it's like, he knows his daughter's also going through all this medical testing, and he knows his daughter's here, and he just isn't bothered, and it is what it is. It's annoying to me because there was never any sort of bad blood. There was no arguments, there was no explosion, there was no reason for him just to switch off, but he has just obviously made that decision on himself. Like, he knows where we are, he knows my number, he's just decided he just doesn't want to do it anymore, I guess. Which is going to be hard to explain to Ava, because I've got no reason. I don't know why your dad left. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I know why we separated. That's a whole nother situation. I know why we separated, but I just don't know why he stopped the contact. But saying that, in the 2 years that he was seeing her, again, like I said, he'd go missing for 3 to 6 months at a time, 3 to 6 months at a time. He'd see her, then I wouldn't hear from him for 2 months. So it's always been sporadic, and it's always been, yeah, he'd come and go as he pleased. And yeah, it's never been a solid relationship. It's not like he was in her life solidly for 2 years and now he's just left. Like, no, she didn't know who he was. She never called him dad. She didn't know who he was. And every single time he would visit her, it would take her ages to warm to him. And then sort of by the end of the day, she'd be playing with him and stuff, but then he'd leave and then wouldn't see him for another 2 months, and it's starting again. So it was probably more stressful for her having to see him irregularly as well. So yeah, I mean, every kid deserves a dad, but every kid deserves a loving dad that actually cares. And I don't think I've ever said why we broke up, but I'm healed from it now. Like, why not just say it? When I was late in my pregnancy, he broke up with me. I didn't see it coming. He was living here. He broke up with me, ended it with me, and then we sort of, he said to me it was to make himself a better person for me to then come back to me. I don't know. I don't know why. That's what he said. And then obviously I went through the rest of the pregnancy. He was fairly supportive, but he had taken obviously a massive step back, and yeah, had Ava, and then he was just really distant. Like, again, like he was only seeing her once a month when she was first born, like rarely seeing her. It then turned out the following Easter, I found out that he had had another kid in the February. Another kid was born in the February that was his. So when we were actually together, he had cheated on me, got someone else pregnant, and then when he found out she was pregnant, that's when he ended it with me and moved out before I found out and could kick him out. But if I didn't have a kid with him at that time, I wouldn't have my beautiful Ava Louise, and she is the most perfect little girl, and I love her with all my heart. And no matter what kind of waste of a space her dad is, I will always love her, and she will always be so loved by me and my family, that she does not need a single other person. That's gone on a long tangent again. This is what I mean, I just start rambling in these videos, I get too into it. What other job would you love to do? I'd love to make cakes. Like, if that's another thing, if you don't know about me, that's a good point. I love to make cakes. So I'll actually insert some pictures of some of the birthday cakes that I've made. Some of you may have already seen these. I love to make really beautifully decorated birthday cakes, and I made my mum's wedding cake when she got married to my stepdad. Yeah, I love doing birthday cakes, and if I wasn't doing this, and if I was slightly more skilled or had any kind of qualifications, I would love to do baking. If it wasn't such a stressful job. Like, I love doing it for family and friends. I feel like doing it for clients as a full-time job is a whole nother landscape, especially this day and age where there's quite a few people that will complain and stuff and try and get refunds and stuff like that, and it's very risky doing that as a self-employed business. But I love doing it at the moment for family and friends, and especially my kids. I love making their birthday cakes. So yeah, I think that's definitely what I would love to, that would be, I don't know, YouTube's probably definitely like my dream job, because I do actually do my baking videos with me as well. If you want to see how I make some of these cakes, I have a series on my channel called Bake With Me. I show you how I actually make my cakes and how I decorate them. That isn't a very popular series, I'll be honest, but it's a series that I love. Like, them videos don't get many views, unfortunately. But I love to share it because it is such a passion of mine. And when I do Ava's 3rd birthday cake this year, I'll be sharing that with you as well, and it's going to be a bluey themed, because Ava's birthday is going to be bluey themed this year, and it's going to be a 3-tier cake with like baby blue, baby pink, rainbows, the bluey family. Yeah, it's going to be really gorgeous, really simple and elegant, but bluey themed. And yeah, that's going to be my next bake with me, I believe. How is Ava? Do you have any more answers about her health issues? And following on from that, and personal, so feel free to ignore, when Ron is hands-on for the boys, how will you handle Ava asking questions about her father? That's a fully loaded question. Let's break it down. How is Ava? Ava's doing really well. Her speech is coming along leaps and bounds. If you've seen recently in like my weekly vlogs and stuff, you'll see how she's getting on. She's just an amazing bundle of joy. She started doing baby ballet, so she's my little prima ballerina. She's so adorable. Yeah, she's doing absolutely amazingly, but yes, she is still having her health concerns. So it says, do you have any more answers about her health issues? Just in case you are new and you don't know what Ava's been going through, since she was around 3 months old, bear in mind she is nearly 3, since she was 3 months old, she had sleep apneas. So that's what they were calling them anyway. They thought she had sleep apnea. She would basically stop breathing in her sleep for pauses, or like, let's not say stop breathing, let's say paused her breathing in her sleep for like 15-20 seconds, then 20 to 25 seconds. Almost every time she was napping, she was having these pauses in her breath, then she would gasp and then hold her breath again, and then gasp and then hold her breath. But it was for such long periods of time that her oxygen sats were dropping when she was having these sort of episodes. So that's been ongoing since she was 3 months old. When she was 8 months old, she was then admitted into hospital, and they did chest x-rays on her and found that she had a not normal chest x-ray. One lung was larger than the other. So they thought it was hyperinflated lungs, and that could be causing these apneas. So we were then sent to the Royal Brompton Hospital in London under respiratory and cardiology, which she's still under both of those now. Turns out she just has an enlarged lung. It's not hyperinflated at all, but they have been monitoring her because of her oxygen levels dropping during these things. But yeah, she had CT scans and all that kind of stuff. She's got perfectly healthy lungs, but she has one lung larger than the other. So it's just something to note for future x-rays or anything like that in case it ever comes up again. Respiratory did loads of tests on her, CT scans, all sorts, found that the root problem wasn't from respiratory like the original local hospital had thought. But they kept her on. Neither of them have discharged her as of yet, while we're still undergoing these investigations. Cardiology, she has a slight, it's not an arrhythmia, but it's an irregularity in her beat. So when the pulse is meant to go from the bottom to the top, or top to the bottom, one of her heartbeats reverses. So I think it's when it's meant to go from the top to the bottom, hers goes from the bottom to the top. So on her ECG, there was always like an irregularity. So she's had to wear heart monitors for like 48 hours at a time, 24 hours at a time. She's had so many of those tests to keep an eye on that irregularity in her heart as well. Oh, and she's also had loads of echocardiograms and stuff like that as well to monitor, like ultrasound of the heart to sort of check all that. They always tend to come back absolutely fine. It's just this little irregularity. It's a little blip. It isn't happening often enough to be a problem or to be a cause of these apneas, which is the main thing we're trying to find the thing of. She also has it's still going, guys, like, don't get me wrong. It's also, so she's also got hemangiomas, which are the strawberry birthmarks, but she also has internal hemangiomas. So hemangiomas are groups of blood vessel, like they're blood vessel clusters, and they're normally called like strawberry birthmarks, where they have the large raised red birthmarks. She had 13 on her body when she was smaller. Obviously, some of them have faded now. The one on her shoulder actually faded and then grew into a big bruised lump on her shoulder. That's sort of settled now, but you can still see a purpley blue bruise on her shoulder here, which I don't know if that's ever going to go away, but it's because she has an internal one under her shoulder now as well. She has a couple of internal ones in her abdomen, but they aren't near any sort of like spleen or liver or anything else like that, so they're not of concern. So she's had some ultrasounds and stuff to check the hemangiomas internally, but she hasn't had like a full investigation of that as of yet. She also has an issue with her bloods where her platelet counts are too high, which is related to blood clots. She has an extremely high platelet count, so she's actually got mild thrombocytosis, so she has to go for regular blood tests to monitor her platelet counts basically. So that's another thing. We don't know if that's related to the hemangiomas or not, but that's a whole other thing. And then once we went through all of these different investigations, Royal Brompton then said that they wanted neurology to have a look at her and see sort of what's happening. So we've been put under the local epilepsy team. She has not been diagnosed with any form of epilepsy, but the paediatrician team that we've been put under is the specialists in epilepsy in our local hospital. So that's the team she's under locally, just to monitor and sort of keep an eye on all of these appointments, but she hasn't been diagnosed with epilepsy or anything like that yet. Some doctors have questioned whether it's seizure-like activity, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. So she's under neurology now at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital in London as well. And she literally, last week we went for an EEG where they put all the probes on the head and then they put the little cap over the top and then they put her to sleep with the melatonin, and then they do various other activities like flashing lights in her face and things like that and monitor her brain activity, which was a very stressful time, I must admit. And that was the appointment last week. And then this week, so today's Monday, on Friday, so the day after my appointment, I've then got to go back up to Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, and then we've got to meet with the neurologist who's then going to discuss the EEG results with us. So we are further along in our investigation, but we still don't have any answers whatsoever, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. Camera definitely died then, I needed to get it charged up, so we're back now. And carrying on from that question, it says, when Ron is hands-on for the boys, how will you handle Ava asking questions about her father? So Ron is really hands-on with the boys, and obviously he picks them up, and Ava sort of knows now that when they go to their dad's they'll be gone for a little while, so she doesn't sort of ask for them like she does when they're at school. So when we drop them off to school, she knows the boys are coming home in a few hours, so she's always saying like, Tyler, Liam, and she gets all excited when she knows it's coming up to sort of school run time to go and pick them up. Whereas when they go to their dads, she doesn't ask for them, she knows that they'll just come back in a day or two rather than in a few hours. So she is adapting to that, and she loves to say goodbye and like blow them kisses and stuff, and when they come home from their dads, she is so excited to see them. She runs and she hugs them for like 10 minutes, and I think she does probably feel a little bit sad that she's sort of left behind. She doesn't understand yet why Ron's taken them and not her. Ron is really good with her, like Ron will give her like attention and stuff when he comes, but then obviously when they all leave, she does feel sad, and like it's not Ron's fault in any way, like it's not his daughter, do you know what I mean? But he is lovely to her, and he does get her gifts and things like that, and like he is lovely to her. It's not that he's treating her any kind of way, like it's just that he's obviously not going to take her with him when he takes the boys. I don't know how I'm going to handle Ava asking questions, if I'm honest. She does call Ron daddy. I'm not going to lie about it. Like she sees the boys, hi daddy, like talking on the phone, because he calls them every day. He'll video call them every day that he doesn't see them, and then when he does see them, obviously they're like daddy when he comes to the door and stuff. So she has naturally just started to call him daddy because she thinks that's his name. Like they don't call him Ron or like Uncle Ron or anything like that. So she just does call him daddy. She also calls my brothers daddy when my nieces and nephews are like calling them daddy when they come to my house and stuff like that. So she does tend to call my brothers daddy sometimes. She'll also call them by their name as well. Like my little brother she'll call Unc J, like for Uncle J. It is what it is. She just thinks it's a name at the minute. There's no attachment for her to the word dad. I don't think it's going to be for a while that she's going to ask questions. It's not like someone was in her life, or she was so close to someone and then they're gone and she's saying where are they. It's gonna be where she's seeing all these like families in like Bluey, for example, the mum, the dad. She knows mummy, daddy, Peppa Pig, mummy pig, daddy pig, all that kind of stuff. She knows mummy and daddy, but I don't think she's at a point yet where she will ask, why do I only have mummy, if you know what I mean? Because daddy at the minute is filled in with the uncles and Ron, and she's got strong male role models in her life that are filling that little void at the minute, but she will notice it at some point. And I don't know how I'm going to handle it, if I'm honest. I feel like I will just tell her the truth as she's old enough, and I'll be honest with her to an age appropriate level. I feel like it is going to be one of those things where I will just have to take it as it comes, and yeah, as she gets older, just see how she deals with things and see how to navigate it appropriate for her. Now for a lighter topic, least favourite food. I'm gonna say aubergine. I really don't like aubergine, or if you're in America, like eggplant if you're in America. Really don't like aubergine. I just don't like the flavour of it, don't like the consistency of it, just don't like it. Just aubergine. Blech. What are your plans for the future? How's your dating life going? We've discussed my dating life. So many of you guys want to know about my love life. It's so fun. What are your plans for the future? I don't have any plans for my future. Like, I am winging life right now, I'll be so honest. My future plans are to send Ava to nursery in January. At the end of this year, I've got to apply for secondary schools for my middle child, for Liam. He's going to be starting secondary school next September, so September 2027, which is terrifying that this is going to be, that the next year is going to be his last year in primary school. So yeah, so he's going to start year 6 in September, so then we've got to do secondary school applications. So yeah, that's the sort of like next year or so. Just carry on doing YouTube, carry on doing what I'm doing, building my little self-employed business, and yeah, just being a mum to the kids and just being whatever the kids need me to be. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any plans for the future. Like, I really don't. I'm just trying to enjoy life, make the most of the kids while they're still young, and yeah, just sort of like enjoy my time at the minute, and trying to make myself have a little bit more free time, because at the minute I feel like it's constantly kids work, housework, and I'm not having as much free time as I would like. So yeah, trying to just give myself a little bit of a rest as well. Maybe one day off a week would be lovely, because at the minute I'm working 7 days a week. Every single day I'm doing something towards my YouTube, whether that's filming, editing, social media posts like on Instagram, stuff like that, to try and tie everything up. Like every single day I'm doing something, and it's full on. Next one, how do you keep so fit? I am not fit in the slightest. What do you like to eat in breakfast every day? I don't really eat breakfast. That's really bad, isn't it? I tend to basically eat whatever Ava leaves over. So she doesn't eat the crust on her toast. So if she has toast, I basically eat 8 crusts of bread and a couple of bites of banana or whatever she'll leave. Or if she leaves her porridge, I'll eat that. Yogurt, fruit, whatever Ava leaves over from breakfast is generally what I'll eat with an iced coffee. It's really bad. I do need to get, sometimes I do have like a bowl of honey nut cornflakes or something like that, or honey Cheerios. Like sometimes I do have a bowl of cereal. That would probably be my go-to, maybe honey nut cornflakes, because I absolutely love honey nut cornflakes, or crunchy nut if you're getting the Kellogg's brand. So yeah, cereal's my go-to if I am having breakfast. Also a bacon sandwich, but bacon sandwiches and fry-ups are amazing, but they're a rare occurrence at the minute. It's just I don't like doing the washing up afterwards. So yeah, fry-ups and that. I haven't had a fry-up or bacon sandwich for breakfast in a while. Yeah, I do like a cooked breakfast, but normally cereal or Ava's leftovers and a nice coffee. But I'm not fit. I'm trying to maintain a workout regime at the minute, but it's not doing its best. How are you liking the hair re-dye maintenance? Yeah, it's not too bad, to be fair. I've just been a bit lazy with it, which is why the last time grew out quite a lot before I re-dyed it. But it's cheap, it's easy. It's £15 a time rather than 90 at the hairdressers. And yeah, it takes me an hour or so from start to finish to dye my whole hair, rinse it out, style it and stuff, and be back to normal. But yeah, I do love the red. I'm not sure how long I'll stay red, but for now it's my colour. I'm absolutely loving it. Has Project Pan helped with your relationship with beauty purchases, or is it still hard? It's definitely helped. I feel like doing Project Pan, both in the pantry cleaning and my beauty stuff, like I'm doing really well with my purchasing mentality. The next thing I need to conquer is my Temu addiction, because I have got really quite addicted to Temu, and I need to sort of flick that switch with regards to Temu and sort of like fast-paced purchases, impulsive buys as well. For the home and for the kids and things like that. Things like Amazon, my basket's always full on Amazon. So in terms of cleaning products, beauty products and pantry food, I feel like I've flipped the switch in my brain now, and I find it so easy to resist purchases there. And like I've come up with some really cool challenges and stuff in Project Pan to sort of rotate the products and make sure it's still exciting and I'm still enjoying what I'm doing and what I'm using. But it's very intentional, it's very thoughtful with what I'm using and what I'm purchasing. So yeah, I think Project Pan's massively helped me with my thought process towards purchasing now, and yeah, it saved me so much money. And then top 3 easy meals. Ooh. Top 3 easy meals. I'm gonna go, if you haven't seen my most recent meals I made this week, where I did the salad, the chicken and bacon pasta salad, one of the easiest meals to make. I absolutely love it. That is 10 out of 10 for me. Such an easy meal. Then I love to do some kind of like kebab or kofta in a pitta with salad. Another amazing easy meal, especially in the summer. And then my other easy meal, so we're saying like minimal cooking, quickest to prepare, either get some battered or breaded frozen chicken. So like I like the bird's eye tempura battered chicken, or the like breaded chicken fillets and stuff like that. Pop them in the air fryer, get some microwave rice, pop that in the microwave, heat up a sauce on the stove, and then serve it all together. So for example, I like to do breaded chicken ones with a katsu curry sauce and sort of like a sticky rice, like a jasmine rice. they're really, really good together. So again, jasmine rice, microwave, chicken, air fryer, katsu curry in a saucepan on the hob, 2 minutes, put it all together, done. Same, you can do battered chicken with sweet and sour sauce, egg fried rice. Like honestly, the possibilities are never ending, but that is definitely one of my go-to. And then you can always stick another side into the air fryer, or you can serve it with like prawn crackers, or with the sweet and sour chicken, I love to do a prawn toast. And yeah, just serve the chicken, the rice, sauce drizzled over, a side on the side, done. Absolutely amazing, 10 out of 10, weekday meals, perfection. Last 3 comments now. This one says, you're such a great cooking mum, who taught you? Thank you so much. With my baking, I definitely learnt some bits and pieces from my nan. She was always the cake maker of the family, and I've definitely taken over that, but gone way above and beyond, if I'm honest. But I learned a lot of baking from my nan. My mum was a great cook, and I definitely learned a lot of my staple meals that I will do on regular repeats, like my bacon and sausage casserole, things like that I learned from my mum. Bolognese, learned from my mum. Roast dinners, I learned from my mum, but I've adapted them and I've taken them further, if that makes sense in some cases, especially my roast dinner. I've got the basics from my mum, and then just gone on a little bit extra. But my mum's a great cook, and yeah, I love the meals that she made us growing up, and I've definitely learnt from them, but I've just adapted them to sort of my own tastes and stuff. And I've always been passionate about sort of cooking shows, and I love reading recipe books. Like, I've got so many recipe books, it's crazy. I just love reading, love learning, and love just experimenting. And I've got over 250 recipes on my channel now, and they are sort of my go-to recipes that I will always go back to, and I'll sort of repeat throughout the year. But yeah, that's my Meals I Made This Week series on my channel. It is a playlist that says Meals I Made This Week, and in most of the videos I think it's 4 dinners and 1 new pudding that I do every single week, and that's what I did every week last year apart from 2 weeks. So there's over 250 recipes on that series if you want to see my kind of cooking and what I do. Yeah, at the minute I'm very into convenience and testing and trying out new sort of ranges in the supermarkets. That's what I'm sort of loving this year, but I do still love to experiment in cooking as well. My dad was a pretty good cook as well, and he definitely let me sort of experiment with my baking and stuff like that when I was like a teenager. He was the one that sort of used to encourage me to make my cakes. He loved my cakes. I used to always have to make him like a sultana loaf cake. That was his favourite. So yeah, my dad used to encourage me a lot, I'd say. And yeah, used to love watching things like MasterChef and like Gordon Ramsay, things like that, Jamie Oliver, all those kind of cooking shows from back in the day. Ready Steady Cook was also one that we used to love watching. And then yeah, just a love of recipe books and inspiration and stuff. And also my Indian cooking and stuff actually came from India, when I used to go there with my ex-husband Ron, who is Indian, and we used to travel back to see his family for like 2 months at a time. I picked up so much knowledge just from observing them cooking out there, and that's why I have a real passion for Indian food, and I'm really good at making dal and rice and all that kind of stuff. I can make chapatis from scratch like really easily. Yeah, there's loads of Indian food that I love to cook as well. So teaching from that definitely came from Ron's mum and Ron's family that I learned from. Would you consider doing an advice video, like how to get through a breakup and dating advice, also budgeting advice? I feel like budgeting advice I could do. I don't think I've got the qualifications to do breakup or dating advice. I'll be so honest with you, I don't think anyone should take advice from me. But I'd love to do advice videos if that's something that you would like to see. Let me know down below if there's anything. I'm not sure how I would go about it. Just ask what you want advice on, maybe, on my socials. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and stuff, because that's where I will post all the sort of questions and stuff if I ever do Q&As and stuff in the future. My Instagram handle is @itsammylou, so make sure you follow me over there. But yeah, let me know what kind of advice videos you'd like. I'm happy to try, but I'm not sure the dating one is the best one. But budgeting advice, I'd be happy to give.
And then the last question that we have is, I want to know more about the program you're studying in. What is it? Why are you doing it? Are you almost done? Do you have a professional goal with this class done? And how do you manage school with the 3 kids? So that is the last question in this Q&A, and it's a great one. I have been doing a course recently and I have passed it. I've got my certificate. It's an e-certificate, but I have got my certificate and stuff in it now, and it was a level 2 in digital marketing. So not crazy high level. It's not like a degree or anything like that. Sort of just a basic level, but I just wanted to see if I was going to enjoy it. So I did a level 2 in digital marketing and I'm obsessed with it. And now this is what I would love to do going forward, but as part of what I'm doing now with my YouTube as well. So sort of doing it alongside as maybe like a freelance thing. So I learned all about email marketing, social media marketing, did like search engine optimization, all that kind of stuff. I learned so much. Yes, it was difficult studying with the kids and I was having assignments and stuff every week. It was difficult doing it with the kids, but I just had late nights, early mornings, that's all it was. And I managed to do it somehow and I passed and I got it. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to do going forward, maybe look into remote digital marketing roles, or even sort of doing it freelance and working for smaller companies, working with them on their digital marketing campaigns. And yeah, that is it guys. That's the end of my life update and Q&A. If you have any other questions, let me know down below in the comments guys, and I'll answer them in the comments for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for loving and supporting my channel at the moment, and hopefully I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.